Alright, so I'm out here in the rain with Poppy making a video because even though I'm tired and working crazy hours again, I kind of have an issue. I have an umbrella, and I feel like it should be longer, but it's not. Okay. It's just not going to be longer. Okay. And Poppy is out here with me in the rain because he's a rock star. And I wouldn't be surprised if Percy comes too. And I think I already said that. Anyway. Alright, so here's the thing. And you know this if you have been watching my videos, which I can't imagine there's anybody that hasn't seen the history. So, in a nutshell, my medical doctor is strongly recommending that I get back into therapy. And the reason for this is because I've had 2 relapses of 2 different types of eating disorders since my father died. Which, the first one I didn't really talk about so much. I mean, I did. I said point blank, I'm going to be under major stress, so I'm going to try this diet on purpose, because I know that my mental health is best when I'm on a vegan keto diet, and that is true. And I thought, okay, maybe the issue is when I'm doing that, I'm not eating chemical additives because they mess me up, which is true. What I don't believe that I admitted was that I became calorie obsessed and put myself on an incredibly restrictive diet that was basically aiming at it got to the point where I was aiming at 800 calories a day, which is pretty damn low. And it was very effective. It was effective as a diet. It was effective as a distraction. It was effective that, I don't know if it was a distraction or trying to starve myself. But my mental health was, I was in a relatively, considering the stress I was under, relatively good place. I also lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks, which is faster than having a gastric bypass. And then, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I don't even know how long it's been, it's pretty recent, I had the bulimia incident again. And so my doctor's kind of having a problem with both of those things, but her biggest problem with it is that I'm so dismissive of it. I don't even know if you can hear this because of the rain on the umbrella, because it's really raining. But then again, I don't really want to admit this, so this is good that it's going to be loud and hard to hear. But I am just like, oh, it's just a blip and it's not something to worry about and I can take care of it. Well, you know what? I did get a grip on, effectively it was orthorexia. The extreme, I can only eat certain foods and they have to be super healthy and I have to eat them in this way and blah, blah, blah. And it's so low calories and all this crap. I did have gained like 10 pounds back, which is probably good. Yes, I can lose weight, but Definitely good that I let myself. I don't know where Poppy is. He's probably trying to hide out from the rain because it's really starting to come down. Anyway, Pop. Oh, I think I just need to go home. I need to go find him. Anyway, yeah, so I got a handle on that, and I have not had a relapse of the bulimia thing, but I am very dismissive of it and saying, oh, it's just like nothing, and I can handle it, and I can handle it. And, my doctor's like, okay, well, which one of these eating disordered behaviors are going to do next? Is it going to be exercise bulimia? Guess what's been hanging out in the back of my head is that, holy crap, I lost all this weight and I had nobody say jack about it. Nobody noticed it. I don't interact with anybody. Nobody could possibly notice it. I would be freaked out if somebody did notice it, if they did pay attention. Poppy, come on, let's go back. Let's be real here. And then I'm like, if I want to shrink, I know my body. If I want to just shrink and get smaller, if I go to the gym, I will shrink. I won't lose any weight. I'll stay the same weight, but I'll lose weight. Well, that doesn't make sense. I'll lose size. I know this for a fact, and it's been like, I'm sitting there going, So, my doctor has basically predicted the next stupid thing that I probably will do. Like I said, the traveling is great, and it does still work, but it's not as effective as it was. And I have definitely had bigger stresses. It's not just like my regular life and I need something new. It's like hardcore stuff. Okay, where does this cat go? He wants to stay out of the rain. Pop! He'll get lost. He does that. He goes and disappears and gets lost if I don't. I shouldn't have brought him out. Anyway. Poppy! Sorry. So in a nutshell, my doctor has made a very good case for me going back into therapy. Even though I don't want to. Even though I think I can handle this on my own. Even though my problem is I'm under an ungodly amount of stress, and if I go into therapy, it will be more stress. I also could use somebody to bounce everything off of and help me find some more coping techniques. The thing is that people who are not therapists that you talk to eventually burn out. And I have such few people that I interact with that's what's happened. Is, it's like, okay, whatever, I just can't deal. Like, even, I don't know, basically everybody. So a therapist would help. Come on, cat. He's not liking this at all. Can you see him running? No, you can't see anything. Of course you can't see anything because, it's dark out. Anyway, so then, here's the issue. I get a brand new therapist. I think I've said this before. What's the point in getting a therapist? It's going to take weeks, maybe months, to get them up to speed on avoidant personality disorder and exactly how it manifests with me, and it just takes forever. It takes forever to start up with a new therapist, because it's everything they've known and everything they've learned, it doesn't work because I'm avoidant. Come on, Pop. So I was thinking, why don't I get in touch with my latest therapist, the one that I dropped so suddenly? So I looked the dude up to see if he is taking patients, and what I have discovered is that he sort of found his niche. And what it is basically doing sex and identity therapy for people, and like basically, yeah, it's not even like relationship therapy, it's like sexuality therapy. And his emphasis is, you know, while you figure out and learn to accept yourself, make sure that you have a good, happy sex life. I mean, it sounds great for the people. I mean, it sounds awesome for the people that need that type of thing. It's like fantastic. There's somebody out there to help. That's not me. I am avoidant. I don't have any relationships of any sort. And I don't, despite, you know, that useless book that was put out there, I don't have sex addiction either. And people who do have sex addictions are not people with avoidant personality disorder. They are mutually exclusive. I don't really care what, you know, that useless book said. Anyway, so there is a part of me that's just like, give this dude another chance. He was a good therapist. Totally explained what happened in the end. What happened in the end was he started, okay, shouldn't really talk about therapists. Whatever, I talk about everything. He was really like, explain to me what your sex life is like. And that sort of thing. And I'm just like, come on, Poppy, get out of the road. Here comes a car. I'm like, I mean, seriously, that's like the only thing that could be considered a cure or a treatment or anything that really works for people with, this is probably a cop. No, it's probably somebody who lives there. Anyway, maybe. What the hell? Not a cop. Acting weird. Come on, Poppy. Anyway, but yeah, that's the thing. That's the treatment for people who had neglectful childhoods, to have a good romantic long-term relationship as an adult. Seems to be the best outcome, better than medication or therapy or anything. And I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. Does not apply to me, whatever. That was issue number one. Issue number two is that he kept pushing on me to get a bicycle for exercise. And I'm like, okay, considering I would be going in for eating disorder, this, you know, if that was his suggestion and he kept pushing it, I don't think it would work. But the big thing was, he told me, and again, I mean, this is clearly he was transitioning into doing the type of work he's doing now. he told me that one of his current clients is a puppy at home. Which, okay, guess what? I don't care what your idea of it. My idea is people do people, whatever, who cares? My issue was not exactly what he said. My issue was, who is this? I think it's Pansy? I don't know. It is Percy and Poppy. I told you they'd both be out here. Anyway, my issue is that he was talking to me about his current client. And it made me immediately think, okay, well, if he's talking to me about this other client, he's probably talking about me to another client. It was like, nope, hell no. And yet I've got it in my head. I should give this guy another chance. I should call him up, even though I don't, my broken brain. But that's another reason why I think I've got a cat that keeps trying to trip me. I'm trying to stop me because I'm going to have to be looking down. I'm going to have to close this off pretty soon. Another reason why I think I need therapy is I'm pretty decisive. I've seen that too. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to do this now, and I do it. That I am questioning if I should get back with this other therapist that I don't think is even interested in doing the type of work that I would need. And that I basically had a boundary and trust breaking episode with at the very end. Which, by the way, like all my therapists, I don't know why, they start seeing me as a friend instead of a client and start telling me things and that I really, no. Anyway. So I'm sort of stuck in this three decisions I could make. Do nothing. Go back to the old therapist, maybe. Find a new therapist. I mean, it's more than 50% of the options are get a new therapist, so I think I'm going into therapy again. But this indecisiveness is kind of annoying. Anyway, I gotta get these cats out of the rain. So I'm going to stop this, but that's what's happening right now. Bye.